Hello, people. Another beautiful day. Yep. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good. We're excellent. Good. What's up, Steam Deck fans? You know, the tribe, nation, universe, world, legion. What's good? Mob, what's happening? Squad, what's up? Nerds, geeks, and freaks, and you investigators, what's happening? All right. What I have for you guys? What do I have for you? Since we're talking about the Steam Deck here. Alright. Let's see here. Okay. Riot Games about to cut 11% of its staff. 530 people. Yeah. So yeah, ouch. Yet another developer is getting rid of staff in a move to cut some costs. And this time it's Riot Games who will wave goodbye to 11% of their people. That's 530 people who will lose their jobs, and the biggest impact of the team outside core development. In a blog post, Riot Games CEO Dylan Jaga mentioned how they took on too many big bets across the company, and they have too many things underway, and some just aren't paying off, causing costs to grow and become unsustainable, leaving Riot no room for experimentation or failure. Riot will be supporting staff being cut with a minimum of 6 months' salary, a cash bonus based on a performance target, health benefits, personal laptops if they need one, and more. Look like they have a reasonable support system in place at least. All of this doesn't mean much for Linux and Steam Deck gaming, of course, since Riot Games don't actually support Linux. Still, it's interesting industry news to see just how many developers are cutting back, because there has been a lot of this across the industry, and it appears no one is safe. Now I will take the opportunity to remind you that Riot Games will be soon adding Vanguard into League of Legends, so it will be broken on Linux/Steam Deck. When gaming on Linux said no one is safe, I was thinking of Marvel versus Capcom. when Onslaught say no one is safe, Good Dreams is dead. Anyway, all right. What else I got for you? Let's see here. What else I got? Let's see here. Surreal Engine is an open source re-implementation of Unreal Engine for classic games. Originally called the UT Engine, Surreal Engine is a community-made attempt to re-implement enough of original Unreal Engine to get games like the original Unreal Engine working. An interesting project that's been around for quite some time now, but it does appear to be progressing nicely. It can currently detect certain versions of Unreal Tournament, Unreal Gold, Deus Ex, and Klingon Underguard. Although they say currently only Unreal Tournament 2, Unreal Tournament version 436 is in a relatively playable state. From the GitHub, the engine can load and render the maps. The Unreal Script VM is almost featured completely. Only arrays and network condition executions are not implemented yet. It will attempt to load all level actors and initialize the map. However, while the menus and the HUD will appear, there are still many native functions not implemented yet. It's also quite possible. Say positive. Some events aren't firing as they should. You will therefore see exceptions shown if you interact with them, and that is where the project is at. And then it says there's also the old Unreal, which patch up the original Unreal Tournament, but it's not open source as it uses the original from the Epic, whereas Surreal Engine is open source under the zlib license. It's worth noting that Epic Games don't support their classic games in any way now. They even entirely remove a whole bunch of them, like Unreal Tournament, from the storefront, not even keeping them to their own store, just killing them off. Oh, don't expect Fortnite to run on Linux/Steam Deck anytime soon. Yeah. Anyway, what else I got for you? Keep the ball moving here. Let's see. Monster Hunter Rise get patched to fix on Steam Deck. Yeah, that was Capcom being big-headed. Anyway, it says Monster Hunter Rise gets patched to fix it on Steam Deck. As reported previously, Capcom recently updated Monster Hunter Rise with a new Enigma DRM, and the update ended up breaking it on Steam Deck/Linux desktop. But it should no longer be an issue, no matter the Proton version is used. Valve did already work around it, updating Proton hotfix to enable the game to run again. And Valve has even set Proton hotfix as a default for now, so even if Capcom didn't patch it, the game was still playable again, thanks to a quick work from the Proton developers. Now, Capcom has updated the game directly, and the updated recent patch notes on Steam have an addition at the top to note. It says, we have released a patch that addresses the issue of the game not running on the Steam Deck after installing updates, version 16.0.2.0. We apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused. Testing it myself, it does run just fine. Once again, with Proton 8 and Proton Experimental without issues. IYC and my Proton 8.0.5 was also just released. It's good to see Capcom actively work to fix up their mess, but it's a shame that this happened in the first place. Perhaps in the future they will be more careful not to break their Steam Deck verified rated games. Clearly Capcom didn't see the Steam Deck as an important enough platform yet, if they're not testing updates before pushing them out. Yeah, this was intentionally done. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real about it. To me, this was intentionally done when it comes to Capcom. Okay, because gaming on Linux said it best. They don't care. It's like they don't care about the Steam Deck platform. So yeah. Anyway. All right. Okay. Oh, Bazzite is getting updated. Says Steam OS alternative Bazzite version 2.2 is out now with a lot of enhancements. Says here, need something similar to Steam OS for your desktop or handheld like Steam Deck? There's the latest release of Bazzite with version 2.2. Sounds like it's just keeps getting better. Technically not a Linux distribution, and they don't call Bazzite a Linux distro. It's more of a community rebuild based on Fedora Linux using uBlue/OS/main and uBlue-OS/NVIDIA with a lot of extras included. It's still not yet something for beginners, with their install experience gradually improving, but for people who love to tinker, this could be a bit of fun. The 2.2 release includes some big changes like new modified FreeSync kernel with enhanced hardware, support for HDR and more. You also get Nintendo HID support, a web app manager, pod as a default feature, which is great for managing distro box/containers. Improvement to Steam Deck, support patches to GameScope pulling from Chimera OS, and tons of tweaks to both the GNOME and KDE desktop environment available. Plus a lot of bug fixes. Then it says, so why use this, as they explain? Bazzite started as a project to resolve some of the issues that plague Steam OS, mainly out of the date package. Then it says in parentheses, despite an Arch base and the lack of a functional package manager. Despite this project also being image base, you are able to install any Fedora package straight from the command line. These packages will persist across updates. So go ahead and install the obscure VPN software you spent an hour trying to get working in SteamOS. Additionally, Bazzite is updated multiple times a week with package from upstream Fedora, giving you the best possible performance and latest features, all on a stable base. And then it says Bazzite ships with the latest Linux kernel and SC Linux enabled by default, with full support for secure boot run. You just enroll secure boot key and enter the password uBlueOS if prompted to enroll our key, and the disk encryption, making this sensible solution for general computing. Yes, you can print from Bazzite. Alright, Bazzite is getting improved. Yeah. Alright. Where are we at now? Let's see here. We did Bazzite. Universum God Game City Builder 1.0 is out now. Let's see what says here. Universum Cryptivo has finally released what they call a new breed of God games, where you guide a civilization from nothing to the stars. It comes with native Linux support, and it is rated Steam Deck playable, although the Steam Deck rating is from 2022, from a successful Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign in 2014, and then an early access on Steam in 2018. It's been a long time coming. A game I've played on and off over the years, always liking what I saw, but it was far from complete. The big 1.0 release brings in an absolute tons of content, including new buildings, space exploration, new planets, aliens, new quest lines, and the list just keeps on. And it says this is a game that will truly suck away endless hours of your time, not just because there's now a lot to it, but even getting a basic civilization going will take quite a few hours. A joy to watch everything grow though, and it's quite a pretty good game. Nothing realistic looking, with Cryptivo opting for a much more casual, colorful style to it. Although the planet themselves look pretty great, if you want something resemble a city, but you want something a bit different, Universum is an interesting choice with all the god powers at your disposal. It's a pretty relaxing game, although there's times when it can be a bit intense when you're dealing with different disasters. The overall theme of the game keeps it remaining mostly calm. The narrator is a nice touch too, which guides you through the game, giving you quests and hints. There's not really another game quite like it. Let's see what they add to it, since they're talking here. Let's see here. Godlike gameplay. Play as a deity, nugget, sentient species through their evolution. A Stone Age to the space era. Nugget civilization dynamics. Observe the nuggets' daily lives. Eating, drinking, maintaining. Technological era advancement. Progress through a research 3. With over 200 enhancement, planetary exploration and management, discover and colonies of vast arrays of procedural generated planets. Each planet offer a unique ecosystem and challenges. God power influence yield 15 god powers like tornadoes, earthquake, lightning strikes, and more. Use these power to guide, protect, or discipline the nuggets. Ecological impact and management. Manage the decline balance of your planet ecosystem. Your decision alongside the nugget action have real environmental consequences. Influence in global climate. Mysterious and humorous narrative. Engage with a story-rich game narrated with humor. Unravel the layer of a deeper cosmic story that challenges your protection of being a deity, revealing unexpected twists about your true role. Yeah, you can get this on Humble Store Humble Store and Steam and GOG. Yeah. So something I noticed in the 1.0 release with Linux version is that the main menu is a bit broken, with a lot of ghosting, graphical issues with menus. The actual game itself is fine. Just the main menu is graphically messed up, and it appears to be the same on Mac OS. Hopefully they'll fix that soon. Performance, once actually in-game, seems pretty good though. Universum, sim for you city builders. Alright, what else we got? Okay. Let's see, what do we got? Oh. It says here, rail network designer, rail route classes. Railway network design, rail route released February 22nd and over 100,000 copies sold. Rail route from the developer Bitrich is currently in early access, and they just announced their plan for a big 1.0 release to happen on February 22nd. Railroad has a native Linux support and is rated Steam Deck playable, and the demo is available too if you wish to try. And then, whoops. Then it says, at first, in the announcement, they also mentioned they crossed over 100,000 sales. It's been through some pretty huge improvements during early access, 20 major updates. They've also confirmed more updates are planned to come after 1.0 update. And it says with the minimalistic design, it may look quite simple and inviting, but it's quite a complicated beast once it gets going. Having to manage and automate many different train lines is no simple task to get right, and you can end up sinking dozens of hours at a time into it. A really interesting building sim. You get a lot of freedom with it too, building up from scratch as you gradually unlock the new tech and resource to build ultimate rail network across real world city maps. Says there's a lot of different ways to play it too. The choice is yours from getting everything running perfectly on time, just endless tweaking, or high pressure time sensitive scenarios. You can get this game on Humble Store, Steam, GOG. Yeah. And what else do we have next? Alright, for the Steam Deck fans, let's see what we got. Oh, Chaikai. Yeah, that little app that lets you run do a remote play between the Steam Deck and your PS4 and PS5. It says there PlayStation Remote Play for Steam Deck. Chaikai 4 Deck update fixes frame pacing issues. It seems the recent 1.6.0 release of Chaikai, the PlayStation Remote Play app for Steam Deck, had some issues with performance that version 1.6.2 should now solve. Who needs a PlayStation Portal, right? If you have a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 and a Steam Deck 2, get the best of both worlds thanks to the open source project like this, doing what major vendors don't, giving you real options no matter the system you're on. Version 1.6.2 release notes fix frame pacing regression introduced in 1.6.0. DualSense Aptic now works again on Linux. Correct stretch and zoom when using Steam command. Stop stream freezing on close on Windows. Stop stream crashing on close on Windows. Report corrupt frame earlier, resulting in less frame dropping when a corrupt frame occurs. Fix Mac's ARM build not opening and reporting as damage due to not being signed was also backported to 1.6.1. And main info is on the GitHub website. Yeah, you guys are good. You Steam Deck fans are good. Alright. What else we got? Let's see here. What else we got? That's it. So yeah, you Steam Deck fans are you're covered. No, wait a minute. Got something else too. While I'm at it, let's see. What's this one? Well, this is a pretty long article. Here we go. Says here, see if I can get this. Says here, Valve just made the Steam Deck so much better with this update. Says new quick settings menu for the Steam Deck makes it much easier to access the feature that matters to you, which best balance performance. So Valve just released a new beta update for the Steam Deck that includes a handful of bug fixes and seemingly low-key but actually quite profound change to the gaming handheld. A newly designed setting menu adds description for each of the settings that makes it easier for user to understand what they're changing, and so how best they can fine-tune the balance of the image quality, performance, battery life for their gaming handheld. Says the Steam Deck beta client update January 18 also includes a new version of Chromium browser, fixes issues with SD cards being used as a default storage location, and several other minor tweaks to the best gaming handheld you can currently buy. It says the most notable tweaks though is the new quick setting menu, while the settings themselves, whoops, I'll come back here. Let's see if I can get this. Settings themselves have changed. Setting menu, while the settings themselves haven't changed, is the fact that Valve now includes description for each settings, including how they affect the system and the expected power, performance, visual quality, their trade-off. That is so useful. We've lost count of the numbers of times we have encountered a mysterious setting in a game monitor menu, motherboard, BIOS, or PC game, and been left none wiser about how the setting will affect your experience on any front. It says with the new quick settings menu though, you can tap the more info button to get a comprehensive breakdown for each setting, explaining what the setting does, how it can affect image quality and performance. And it says some technical knowledge may still be required to fully understand each settings, but it says but by and large the setting is experienced in basic terms, focusing on how it will ultimately affect your use of the device. Meanwhile, if you're still unsure, at least users are given a starting point with which to go off and learn more if needed. Then it says the full list of Steam Deck beta client January 18. Okay, updated embedded Chromium build in Steam to 1.90.5.14.20. Update the quick access performance menu with description for each setting, including how they affect the system and the expected power, performance, visual quality trade-off. Fix a case where the SD card was set as the default install location on reboot. Fix a case where the network status icon would fail to render for a virtual network. And then fix store button on main menu remaining disabled in family view even if store permissions were granted to the account. And then it says fix occasional creating an extra virtual controller that is non-responsive. You can download the Steam Deck update by opting into the beta update channel and downloading the latest version. Have you ever been confused by the settings on your Steam Deck or any of your other device that matters? If so, what has been your frustrating example? Let us know your thoughts on PC and games. Alright, so that's it. You Steam Deck fans, you're covered. News, deals, games update. And the updates are coming in like this. Every day when it comes to the Steam Deck, every week, so yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date on what's going on. Those updates are good because they improve things on the Steam Deck and make the user experience more better. So yeah, Valve is improving things, so communication plays a whole communication plays a whole lot when it comes to the Steam Deck. A whole lot. It plays a big role, um, with between Valve and the users of the Steam Deck, the back and forth. So the more update Valve, brings out, the better the experience. The better the experience on the Steam Deck. So Valve is improving things and explaining what the functions within the Steam Deck does when you use it. So yeah, that was good on their part. Yeah, but other than that, man, you Steam Deck fans, you're good. I mean, you got news on Railway Network, Chikai 4 Deck, Universum, Bazite, Monster Hunter, and Surreal Engine. And yeah, you guys are good, man. But other than that, man, so far so good with the Steam Deck. I think Tekken 8 is out now. I think that Tekken 8 is coming, or it's out now. I think Suicide Squad comes out February 2nd. So yeah, a lot of things coming in store, are coming down the pipeline when it comes to the Steam Deck, man. So I'll keep you guys up to date. But other than that, yeah, you guys are good. News, deals, games, update, man. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars Star Trek thing, or Dark Side. Go. Peace.